In this video, I'll be analyzing the HMG's various stats, including its armor penetration, damage, DPS, and magazine size, as well as various other things. I'll also be giving some tips and tricks on the HMG. Let's start out with armor penetration. The heaviest armor that the HMG can penetrate is the Hulk's arm and leg armor. It's unable to penetrate through the more heavily armored torso areas of the Hulk, but it's able to penetrate through the face mask, so taking out Hulks with it frontally is possible. It also partially penetrates the front armor of a Scout Strider, with basically the same effect as the anti-material rifle. It's not capable of penetrating the leg or head armor of a Charger, so as far as heavy armor penetration goes, I would say it's the same as the anti-material rifle, only being capable of penetrating up to some of the lower levels of heavy armor. So going with the dev statement that there are 10 levels of armor, if heavy starts around 3, then the HMG does somewhere between a 3 and 4 out of the 10. Moving on to the damage, the HMG takes 4 shots to destroy a Brood Commander's head. The Liberator Penetrator also has full penetration on the head, and takes 8 shots to destroy the head, while dealing 45 damage per shot. This means the Brood Commander's head has between 316 and 360 health when controlling for overkill. Based off of this, we can assume the heavy machine gun does somewhere in the range of 79 to 90 damage per shot, given that the Brood Commander's head doesn't have hidden factors such as counting as a durable enemy part. The HMG has 3 fire rates, 450 rounds per minute, 750 rounds per minute, and 950 rounds per minute. This gives us 3 possible DPS ranges with the HMG, 592 to 675, 987 to 1125, and 1187 to 1424. The HMG also has a magazine size of 75, so a full magazine does somewhere between 5,925 to 6,750 damage. And finally, to round off the stats of the HMG, it has a 4.5 second reload time, which personally I feel like is the most limiting factor of the HMG right now. The HMG also has exceptionally high recoil and very slow centering time. This makes it hard to switch between targets rapidly, and to have higher consistent accuracy. Switching to a lower fire rate, or adjusting your aim down so you're using the top of your spray pattern, can help control this. Something else I've noticed about the HMG is it shoots a fair amount lower than the reticle. It took me a while to realize this, but once I did, it felt like my accuracy was much better adjusting for this. Switching to lower RPM and adjusting for this can make the HMG really good for taking out small targets. The HMG also does a lot of extra damage to enemy abdomens. If you turn the fire rate up and get a shot on a Charger's abdomen, then you can blow it up and start the bleed out process extremely quickly. It does a ton of damage to the back of turret towers as well as the back of tank turrets. So I'm thinking the HMG is classified as explosive damage. Since explosive damage doesn't have a damage penalty to these parts, it does a decent job of destroying certain objectives like Shrieker nests as well. I didn't notice much of a difference between shooting the stalk or around the top of the nest, but I was shooting from pretty far. It's also incredibly strong against Shriekers and will kill them with one single wing shot. So the HMG is one of the best weapons you can have against Shriekers. As for other objectives, it destroys Spore Spears really easily. These were really the only objectives I found that it works against, but let me know in the comments if you found any more. One final tip that I have is if you're shooting at smaller automatons, they die in one leg shot, but it takes 2 chest shots to kill them, so aiming for the legs can make a really easy kill for those. Other than that, the HMG is really strong overall, but it's pretty difficult to control the spray pattern, and the reload time can make it very situational. That's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this.